Drivers who appreciate an 8-cylinder engine's deep rumble rightly lament the V8's modern downfall, but the perhaps unexpected upside is a proliferation of powerful i6 engines that have found homes under the hoods of performance cars across the automotive landscape. BMW, however, never abandoned the straight sixes that provide a foundation for its legacy of driver-focused cars, and no vehicle better celebrates its heritage than the 2023 BMW M4 CSL. What makes the M4 CSL special? Historically, the CSL suffix has stood for Coupe Sport Leichtbau in German, or Coupe Sport Lightweight in English. The name first found its way onto the E9 designated 3.0 CSL and famous Batmobile race car. Later, BMW offered an extra-hot E46 M3 CSL and teased the nameplate's return with the mouth-watering 3.0 CSL homage concept. In reality, though, we've waited nearly 2 decades for its production line resurrection. When creating the G82-coded 2023 BMW M4 CSL, the company began with a weight reduction of 240 pounds by way of lighter parts and a rear seat delete it says saved 46 pounds alone. It then set about fussing with most everything else. A titanium rear silencer, carbon ceramic brakes, and lighter forged wheels, springs, and struts all make the car lighter and improve performance. Other upgrades include unique engine and transmission mounts, reworked front and rear suspension and axle tuning, and powertrain upgrades to boost engine output. The twin-turbo i6 churns out 543 horsepower and 479 lb-ft of torque, which is good for a BMW claimed 0 to 60 miles per hour run of 3.6 seconds and a top speed of 191 miles per hour. Cosmetically, the new M4 CSL receives a BMW M50 years badge on its hood, trunk lid, and wheels to honor BMW's racing heritage. It also gets red accents, M-colored trim, and CSL badging inside and out. The yellow daytime running lights invoke the 3.0 CSL race car of the 70s, and the integrated trunk spoiler is a nod to the E46 M3 CSL of 2003. If you're curious about other changes made to the car, check out our first look review for a deeper dive. Driving dynamics. Push the 2023 BMW M4 CSL start button, and the engine rips to life with a growl that previews the thrills to come. Throttle response is so immediate that first-time drivers will need a moment to calibrate how careful they need to be while pulling out of a parking spot. Easing the M4 CSL out of the staging area where BMW hosted us and onto the busy city streets of Rancho Mirage, California, the M4 CSL reveals itself as surprisingly suited for driving in traffic. Drivers should familiarize themselves with the toggle switch on the shifter that adjusts gear change firmness and speed. Setting it in the most relaxed profile actually makes the M4 CSL rather comfortable when slithering from stoplight to stoplight. As we made our way to our winding test route that took us high over the greater Palm Springs area, we became acquainted with just how quick the M4 CSL is. There's a direct connection between throttle position and the engine's speed that makes almost every other car's throttle response seem laggy. It's supremely easy to steer the M4 CSL through corners with the gas pedal and to hold the engine at the exact RPM you desire. Dipping deeper into the pedal results in a sound explosion from the quad-tip exhaust, while power delivery to the rear wheels is smooth yet energetic. Fortunately, the grip is unfathomable and the steering feel is so linear and tactile, which make the car remarkably easy to trust. It's exactly what you want in a circuit special like this. Engaging the 8-speed automatic transmission's most aggressive setting primes the gearbox to deliver snappy, seemingly instantaneous shifts under load. A full-color head-up display gives a readout of the revs, and it features special graphics to indicate when it's time to shift. On the technical route we followed into the mountains above Rancho Mirage, we were grateful to be able to keep our eyes up and on the road, focused completely on the task at hand. Acceleration builds in a frenetic but linear blink of an eye. On the road, you can't help but think this car needs to be driven on a racetrack. It charts a course into the territory of illegal speed so quickly, there's no way to explore its potential appropriately outside of a proper circuit. With standard Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2R tires, it holds onto its massive speed almost to the point where you feel your cheeks departing from your face under aggressive lateral acceleration. With so much rapidity, it's a good thing the brakes are so solid. The pedal feel and initial bite are firm. Beyond an initial grab, the stoppers engage further in progressive and predictable fashion. Overall, We found the brakes easy to modulate, and we felt confident they would haul down the M4 CSL from speed without complaint while entering a corner. Accelerate. Brake. Turn in. Repeat. The 2023 BMW M4 CSL is enchanting to work into a rhythm on a curvy road. Every bit of the car feels so cohesive and well-dialed that nothing stands out as a weak point. Sure, there's the ever-present threat something could always go wrong, but the chassis ability to communicate grip and road feel allows you to execute whatever maneuver is necessary with absolute confidence. This is a driver's car among driver's cars. To the track or canyon and back. The 2023 BMW M4 CSL's interior is a certifiably driver-focused environment, from the deleted rear seats to the extra special CSL-branded carbon fiber bucket seats up front. In fact, the interior is decked out fully in the stuff. Thanks to the trim's glossy finish, the greenhouse looks nowhere near as unfinished as the cabin of the previous generation M4 CS, which featured rough texture carbon fiber doors that felt somewhat unfinished in a bid to add raciness. Other creature comforts include dual displays for the instrument cluster and infotainment setup, wireless charging, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Gone are the days of featureless performance specials. BMW equips this car to be usable as a daily driver. Ease of access to the driver's seat isn't too bad, either. The bucket sills are high enough to be supportive under heavy cornering, but not to the point they impede ingress or egress. After coming down from the canyons at the end of our drive, we rejoined civilization as any M4 driver would, blasting the sharp and powerful audio system with the windows rolled down. Back with the suspension in comfort mode, we had a chill and relaxing drive through some late morning traffic. The M4 CSL embodies the old cliché as a car you can drive to the track and back. Sounds great. What's it all cost? A car with this much pedigree and performance is never cheap, but at least it subverts BMW's typical strategy of burying the good features in the options list. Our test M4 CSL stickered at $145,395, with the only add-on being frozen Brooklyn Gray metallic paint. BMW prices at $4,500. That's a pretty hefty premium versus the M4 competition, which sits at a base price of $79,595, but it's arguably worth it for the package's sheer cohesiveness and the eventual collectability of BMW's CSL nameplate. Competitively speaking, BMW's pricing puts the M4 CSL at just less than a Porsche 911 GTS or a Mercedes-AMG GT Coupe. Unlike those cars, though, BMW will build just 1,000 units, all but guaranteeing its position as a future classic. Our scintillating drive in the fire-breathing 2023 BMW M4 CSL left us feeling a bit wistful. Electrification is inevitable, and the future for cars like this is limited. At least the gas engine is going out with a scream, finding a place under the hoods of some of the most worthy performance vehicles of all time.